every Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you are watching this as a replay, it usually takes about 24 hours for HD quality to be, uploaded. So if you want to see a little better quality, usually after 24 hours, but it should still come through pretty good. Also, if you want to see the live comments that I'm getting from my subscribers, that usually takes about 24 hours to also, be uploaded with this video. If it is past 24 hours since posting it, the way you could see the live comments is if you go down below, you'll see like 2 dots where the comments are, and just swipe left, and then you'll be able to see all the live comments from people if you're watching this as a replay. If you aren't watching this as a replay and you're on, let me know if you can hear the audio. We are gonna go through some units, kind of rehash everything that I showed you this week, see if you guys have any questions about some of the trailers. Just makes it a little more fun, engaging, and we can also, I can also answer questions that you might have if you are new to the RV world. So let me know if you can hear my audio coming in okay. Let me know. Once I hear that the audio is good, we will get on the cart and we will start looking at some different stuff. Sounds and video is all good. All right, thank you, Heather, and I appreciate you coming on all these lives. Probably gonna say a lot of the same stuff I always say, so I really appreciate you coming on and showing support. But I think it's a cool way for people to get on, ask questions, and kind of show you what I already showed you this week, and we can kind of talk about it. You can let me know what you like, don't like, because I did some pretty good tours this week on some Flagstaffs, E-Pros, some Catalinas, different things like that. If you're new to the lives, I do this every week, Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, where you could, come on, hang out, ask me any questions. I could even show you a bunch of different options on the lot. We didn't get a whole bunch delivered from the factory this week, but man, they're starting to come in, so I'm excited to get back from my vacation and show you guys some new trailers. If I thought you were on vacation, I leave on Monday. The service shop is closed, so I wasn't able to get with the service side. But I leave tomorrow at I think 5:30. We are going to fly out to Oregon and go to Depot Bay. We're staying in Hesita Lighthouse. Apparently, it's like a haunted lighthouse, and we did not know that until we decided to rent it. So that's going to be kind of spooky. And then I'm going to go to Depot Bay. We're going to go crabbing, fishing. And then we usually end the trip at Oceanside, Oregon. Kind of try to stay away from Portland. It's a little crazy over there. We kind of want to get away from all that stuff. But yeah, we'll start touring some units. I'll show you some of the units that I toured this week. As you did see, if you didn't see it, I did a Flagstaff E-Pro, and it's their newest floor plan. And we're gonna go look at this one, and we are on the cart that actually has a 7-way plug, so we'll be able to put the lights on and stuff. And as I'm touring all this, just feel free to ask me any questions or let me know if there's something you would like to see. So here it is right here. Let me turn you around so you don't see my ugly face. So this is gonna be Flagstaff E-Pro. And if you are not familiar with E-Pro, it is definitely one of my favorite brands. Flagstaff as a whole is just fantastic. These are going to be all 6-side aluminum framing, Asdel composite outer wall. These Flagstaffs are going to be 7.5 feet wide, whereas when you get to the MicroLite, it'll be 8 feet wide. So if you want a trailer maybe to be able to see around, when you're towing it, your mirrors, these are pretty nice, and they're really lightweight. So this is going to be a 19 RL. Usually Flagstaff E-Pro only makes trailers up to about 21 feet. And I'll show you a MicroLite too after this. But we will check the weight of this. This is going to be 3,805 pounds and 20 feet, 8 inches. Now I'm curious what you guys are thinking about this layout. That's the only tough thing about this setup with the live is I can't do the wide angle, but it gives you a little better sense of like what you're working with space-wise. But this is the first time they ever did theater seating in an E-Pro, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Obviously, you won't be able to accommodate an extra guest, so this is strictly for 2 people. I like it. I think it's awesome because the bed is kind of tucked away in the front, and then it's positioned perfectly in front of the flat screen TV that is a 12 volt. And I love the TV trays. I'm more of a guy that wants a couch versus a table, you know. Living area seems a bit, it could, you know what it is, Heather? I think it's because of the bathroom too, being in the middle right there. So yeah, I could see that. But like I was saying, they do give you one slide on this unit. So that'll be your slide right there. It's not super deep, but it does give you a little more space. I have a buddy looking for a bunkhouse sleep 6 outside kitchen, mid-20s length. Is there anything out there? Sleeps mid-20s, like 25 feet or like 20,000. Hey, Tyler, just curious, why doesn't the Forest River brands have the battery disconnect inside the locket? I'm honestly not sure about that, because I do see some companies where they, you know, they have it in the storage area. 20,000, I don't have, I do have, what was the length you wanted to see, Paul? 25 feet, sleep 6 for 20,000. That's kind of tough. I think I have like a 23 foot for like 23,000. I'll show it to you if in a bit. There is some out there. They make some pretty cheap trailers, but you definitely pay for it later. Oh, not 20K cost. I got you. Yeah, we'll look. I have a 25-foot bunkhouse that I'll show you. Look at it. So this is a nice layout. I could see what some people don't like about this is the north or the east-west facing bed. But the one thing I like about it is all the windows in the front. So it doesn't feel like super claustrophobic. But like Heather said, it is a little tighter in this area because of the bathroom being in the middle. But I'm happy they kind of tried something different. Not totally sure why they put a tub. I think I don't really like that. Like, that's a pretty big step up. You know, if there's older people, might be a little more difficult. I don't know why they do tubs. What's the point of that? Especially, like, it's not like it's a bunk bed either, you know, if you need to rinse the kids off. But these are really nice because they got, on the Flagstaff tandem axles, what's the max solar that can be purchased? Also approximate extra cost. I think you could put about 600 watts of solar, extra solar on it. It comes with 200. Oh no, there's one of my sticky notes. These are everywhere. And I don't know the cost. The last time I put like a solar panel on there, it was like around $1,200. Honestly, if you go on like to Amazon and stuff, you could buy some nice ones that like clip onto the batteries as well. There's a lot of options out there that can make it a little more affordable. But if you're looking at a Flagstaff, I haven't seen too many people need to add extra solar because it's only going to be trickle charging your batteries. But you know, if you live, we get a lot of sun out here, so I'm not sure where you're located, but I've never really had anyone else add extra solar, but definitely could be done because it has a 1800 watt inverter on all of the Flagstaffs. We'll go look at a 25-foot bunkhouse real quick. That is a Flagstaff. So it'll go Flagstaff E-Pro, then Flagstaff MicroLite, Superlite, and Classic. Again, if you guys have watched my lives, you're probably hearing me say the same thing. So I appreciate you coming on and still hanging out with me. It's my last live before I go on vacation. I was like, I just need to do this last video. Cool, thank you, love your channel. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. I started this channel about a year ago, and I can't believe how fast it took off. I'm trying to be a little different than everyone else. I think my strategy is to give too much info. My videos are like 3 times longer than everyone else's, but it seems to be paying off. I just figure, you know, if you don't want to listen to me anymore, you could always shut me off. So this is going to be a Flagstaff MicroLite. This will be 25 feet, 10 inches, or 25 feet, 11 inches. And make sure that battery's on. This is a great floor plan. This is probably their most popular one. 25 feet, 11 inches, and that includes the tip. So it's probably about 22 feet for the box. You got an outside kitchen. I love the frameless windows that Flagstaff does. There's a lot of little details with Flagstaff, you know, because they're not cheap. But if you get a good sales guy that will show you everything. Wife and I are looking to purchase a Flagstaff next year. Yes, checked out the Hershey show last week, and nice, that is awesome. You will be super happy with Flagstaff. Like I was saying, they're not cheap. So you got 25 feet, 11 inches, 5,500 pounds. But if you get a good sales guy, they should be able to pitch this because it's a really superior product. Do you have a Flagstaff MicroLite 25 SRK? Yes, I will show you one. We just got a 2026 in. I love that layout. It's one of my favorite. So this is going to have your U-shaped dinette with a standalone table. So the thing I love about standalone tables is, like, if you go look at other U-shaped dinettes, no one can utilize the back half of that dinette booth. It's like they make it so tight. So the benefit of these standalone tables is you can move it, and then you can actually use all of the dinette. Keep an eye out for that. Usually it's when it has the poles. You got both windows. Both have windows, and the cushions are actually thick. When you go out looking at trailers, I want you to pick up the cushions and see how skimpy they can be. You have a ladder, storage down below, as well as a Murphy bed. So I'm a fan of the Murphy bed, especially if you're looking at a 25-foot. Love your videos, man. I'm fixing to buy my first camper, and I've learned a ton. I appreciate, that's the goal. That's the goal. And you just bought an 826 MBR. That is one of my favorite floor plans. That is the goal of these videos, is to help you guys, because I feel like some of these people doing these videos do like the bare minimum. Like the bare minimum, just show the layout, and like, it's not just about the layout, it's about the quality of construction, you know, knowing what you're paying for. So this is a nice one. I like this Murphy bed because it doesn't have no seam in the middle. So a lot of times Murphy beds will have a seam, and I hear that they could be kind of uncomfortable. But yeah, this will be a 25-foot Flagstaff, all real wood cabinetry. You got solid surface countertops. What's your recommended Flagstaff model for a couple? Pulling it with a Ford F-150 Coyote. Yeah, I'll show you some Flagstaffs. I have plenty that you can tow with your truck. You got plenty of room to tow a MicroLite. You could even tow a Superlite, but I don't know. I'm a fan of going under 30 feet if I was getting an RV or a travel trailer. Just because the national parks and stuff, they start to get a little restrictive once you get to that 30-foot mark. I think 25 is perfect for a couple. So we will go look at the 25 SRK for Heather, and also the person that just asked me for one. This will be perfect for you. It's 25 feet 11 inches also, and I just love this layout. It feels like literally like a rolling hotel suite on wheels, like I say, without the bed bugs. Turn you around so you can see my ugly face. Yeah, I'm gonna gain some weight this next week. I'm gonna eat so much seafood and drink some beer. All right, let's see what we got here. 25 SRK, turn you around. This will be the 21 FBRS. I'll show you that too. But man, this 25 SRK is a beauty. Just keep in mind, on all the 26s, they got rid of the griddle, which I'm not happy about, but whatever, who am I? So this is the plug you'll need for your truck. It's a 7-way plug, and that's what will charge your batteries, your charge line, as well as work your lights, and your charge your batteries, your brakes, all that good stuff. Sometimes you only have a 4-way, so you'll have to get a 7-way. So this is gonna be the 25 SRK. It's got 2 doors, and the reason is when the slides are in, it allows you to get to the bathroom and the bedroom and the kitchen. So basically they do the 2 doors so you can access everything. If you're ever curious why they do that, some people are like, what the heck? Hey, the golf cart's pretty nice on the lives, because then I can put the lights on for you guys. So this is gonna be 25 feet, 10 inches, and 5,909 pounds. You could tow this, no problem. I just think it's perfect. There is one thing that I tend to see people not like about it, and if you guys could guess it, go ahead and guess. And when we're done, I'll tell you what I think. So it's just, I like that you get a couch and a dinette. So you get a little bit of everything instead of just like a couch. Your TV is placed perfectly in front of the theater seating. Because when you're going out hiking or fishing or anything, you don't want to come back and just have a dinette to sit on. Like, I would prefer a couch if I had to pick one. Travel mode on this is perfect. Yes, it is, because when this slide is in, so here's your kitchen area. When this slide is in, it's going to cover the door for the bathroom. So it's perfect. You come through this door if you want to make sandwiches or load the fridge. And then if you have a super serious emergency where you don't have time to put the slide out, you can still get to the bathroom with that front door. A lot of people, some people like middle bathrooms. I like them if you have guests. you know, and they're all hanging out. You don't, and your significant other wants to maybe take a shower. They don't have to walk through the entire living area to get to the bedroom. So they kind of have like a shut off area, you know, to get ready, do what they need to do. And are the vertical blinds on all the windows? They're like these roller shades, blackout. When you get to a super light, they give you the day and night shades. So this is a nice layout. They make a Surveyor that's like this. I'll run across real quick and show it to you. If you want something with a little more counter space, it does have a wardrobe that slides out. So let me tell you what I think about this. I could live with it because I like the layout so much. And I always say 85%, if you like 85% of the trailer is probably the right one. And I like 85% of it. The one thing that is tough about this layout is the counter space. Little limited, but I could live with it because I like how much it kind of checks all the boxes. Does the model have the Dexter Flex? Yes. This is, get this one, Heather. It's awesome. All of your Flagstaff MicroLite, it doesn't matter which Flagstaff you get, you will get the torsion axle. So it's an automotive grade independent suspension. A lot of great safety stuff right here. I always talk about it. It's got never adjust brakes by Dexter. A lot of people don't know this, but you're supposed to adjust your brakes after like a certain number of miles. These will self-adjust. You also have a TST tire monitoring system with a little monitor you'll get in your vehicle, and it'll alert you if your tires are getting hot, low. So basically all of this stuff is safety stuff. Torsion axle is going to help with the towing, also help the frame of the trailer over time. And you get Goodyear endurance tires. All of that is going to be coming standard on a Flagstaff. You do not need to worry about it being an option. If we come over here to the Surveyor, remember this layout. Remember this layout. It is almost identical to this one, but a little longer. What's your thought on the ABS trailer brakes? That's pretty nice. Yeah, I think Grand Design Imagine does them, but then they don't do a torsion axle either. I mean, you're going to be fine with the brakes already on it, you know, and then once you have your brake controller and everything. So this Surveyor is almost identical to the one I just showed you, but it's going to be 30 feet and 6,000 pounds. So it's still lightweight, but look at how they resolved all that counter space. Look at this. Dang! Lots of counter space. Whereas the one I just showed you, the fridge was taking up counter space. So that extra 5 feet definitely gives you all that counter space, but look how similar it is. I love this layout. You get your bar table, bar stools right there. So Surveyor is an awesome brand. I wouldn't put it at the same level as a Flagstaff for some small reasons. It's still going to be 6-side aluminum framed. It's still going to have solar. It won't have the inverter. You could still use these in the winter time. But one thing you're losing on Surveyor is going to be the torsion axle. Your countertops are not like the solid surface. And this is going to be a single layered composite outer wall versus Flagstaff, which is double layered composite walls. The composite walls, basically, instead of using wood on those outer walls, they use this composite material that's waterproof. And so basically, if for some weird reason water was to get into your walls, you don't have to worry as much about delamination. So this will be single layered. Flagstaff will be double layered. I think the cabinetry is a little better in the Flagstaff, but these are really close. This is a really nice option. So I think those ones, that MicroLite was like around 40. So you can get the same price. You basically get 5 feet more of trailer for the same price as a MicroLite, which is 25 feet. So you'll get a little more trailer, but the quality will just be a little bit better in the Flagstaff, as well as some of the features and options, because you don't get an inverter in this. Yeah, those are nice layouts. I love those. Yeah, I had to get on here. I'm trying to be consistent for you guys. I'm already on vacation mode. But once I get going with you guys, it's so much fun. And I like that it kind of gives me a little bit of a rush, you know? It's nerve-wracking. I kind of like that. It can be kind of hard, you know, answering these questions on the fly. I would be curious to see how many other of the other YouTubers could, you know, answer these questions. You know, I'm not reading a script. Never really been able to do that because I can't read. Yeah. Oh, and what I'm going to be doing in Oregon while I'm there is I'm going to be taking pictures and stuff and posting them in the discussion, so you guys can kind of see what I'm up to. And then also, I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but YouTube is trying to do a thing where they're allowing some creators to let their subscribers comment in the discussion as well. So you guys all have access. If you've been a subscriber longer than a week, you can go onto the discussion and literally put anything you want. Just be respectful, of course. I will monitor it and then I'll let it go live. Flagstaff should send you a trailer. Oh man, that would be so cool. Maybe someday. You guys are helping to grow, so maybe someday they will. But yeah, you can go on the discussion. I made it to where all of you guys can go on there. You can post like whatever you want, as long as it's respectful. And you can ask questions and everyone kind of engage. It's like a little community I'm trying to build, because I feel like most of us are respectful and happy and positive. This is going to be a 21F BRS. So basically the way they do this is the E-Pro will go up to 20 feet. So if the 20 foot is just a little too small, you'll jump to this. This will be the next size up in a Flagstaff MicroLite. You're also going to be getting, ooh, what is that cool little face? You'll also be getting 8 foot wide box versus the E-Pro, which is 7.5. You're also going to have an enclosed underbelly on the Flagstaff MicroLite, whereas the E-Pro, it's not enclosed. But other than that, they're built the exact same. So you just get a much wider box. I'm pretty sure this is Flagstaff's #1 selling floor plan. They make a 22 FBS, and I like that one a little more because it has a deeper slide, and it's got theater seating. So this will turn to a bed. Also on the 22 FBS, you'll get a rack and pinion slide, whereas on this one, you're going to get a Schwintek slide. And then you also get a fireplace in the 22 FBS. I wish I had one so I could compare them, but this layout is just perfect. What did I tell you the length was? 22 feet. 22 feet 4 inches. Perfect. That's total too. And it feels super roomy in here, especially because it doesn't have the dividing wall. I love it. 8 foot wide box versus the 7.5 with the E-Pro. I say E-Pro is my favorite trailer, but when I really think about it, I think I'd have to go with the MicroLite just to get that 8 foot wide box versus the 7.5. It makes a huge difference. So, really nice layout. Dry campers, if your Flagstaff does this for all the dry campers. So this is a shower miser. If you're dry camping, you're going to be wasting most of your water when you're out taking showers, because you stick your hand out, you're waiting for that water to get hot, and it's just going straight into your gray tank. Not getting it back. And this is a 54-gallon tank. Indiana. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Fly out here and get some green chili too. I'll take you out to dinner. So basically, instead of sticking your hand out waiting for it to get hot, you'll turn this down and it'll circulate it through the lines. And then once this turns like a grayish color, then you know it's hot. So you're going to save a lot of water when you're not trying to wait for that water to get hot. Sorry if I'm getting kind of get a little off track. It's because I'm reading the comments and talking at the same time. Oh, green chili. Yeah. Green chili, red chili. Even our license plates have green chili. So if you bought here, you don't have to have a physical address to get our sales tax, which is 4%. But the cool thing is you'll get a chili pepper license plate. So, which would be cool. You can buy from here, get our sales tax. And for something like this, to register it, do all Flagstaffs have the shower miser? Yes, they will all have the shower miser. So just to give you an instant, like if you bought from us, to register something like this, you're going to be about $35 a year versus like Nevada. I've heard it's like $600 a year. So you'll save so much money on taxes on the initial buy, and then you'll save money years down the road every time you register it. New Mexico will mail you a form to re-register it. Huge savings that you can get. A lot of people don't mention that. So I am trying to bring that up a lot more, and it seems to be paying off. We're getting a lot of special orders. It's working out. It's all thanks to you guys. You have no idea how much I appreciate you guys that come on these lives. It's kind of makes me nervous, but I appreciate you guys, and then all the great questions. Everyone seems very positive. That's the biggest thing I was worried about. You know, people being hateful. There's no room for that here. I bet you there's some people that watch some of my videos and realize they can't comment no more because they don't have anything ever nice to say. So even though I live in Indiana, yes, yeah, you don't need a physical address, and your sales tax will be 4% here. Whereas some places, like in Arizona, they have a base tax of 6.2%, I believe, and then they have county and city multipliers. So their average tax is 8.9%, and it goes all the way up to 11.9%, depending on the county it is in. And the reason I know this is because I just did an order for a guy in Arizona. He couldn't believe it. He saved so much money. And then I told him how much it's going to be to register it. He was blown away. So a lot of people don't know that I'm going to keep spreading the word and get all you guys out here to have some green chili. So we're looking at a flag or a no boundaries with the beast mode package. So if you don't know, it's got that crazy independent suspension. NoBo likes to say racing inspired. They get a little overboard. I don't know about racing inspired. You're not gonna be racing up the mountain. But see how there's no axle? So if you hit like there's like a big boulder in the middle of the road, you're not gonna hit it. This thing tows like a dream. It makes a huge difference, but really cool. This is gonna be a bunkhouse. It's 20 feet, 9 inches, or what am I saying? It's the 20.9. You're looking at 32 feet, 11 inches. It's got that green tone to it. Oh, man, going in and out my eyes. Look at this. This is the bunkhouse I'd get if I had kids. My kids are fur babies. I got French bulldogs. Look at this. How cool is that? Theater seating in a bunkhouse. These bunks are really cool too. I like the angle of them. Usually they put them on the side, and what it allowed for was it gives you a bigger bathroom by them being back here. We thought about NoMo, but I've heard that the Kurt suspension is bouncy on the highway. I actually did a video about that yesterday, talking about like road tires and all-terrain tires. And I used the analogy that, you know, because I've been a distance runner my whole life, you know, and I just got into backpacking and hiking and stuff. And it's to make it simple, I wouldn't be going on a 10-mile run with my all-terrain hiking shoe with, you know, beefy tread. I'm going to use my, you know, like my road tires, my road shoes. So that is something to consider. People get stuck on those off-road tires. And let me tell you, there's pros and cons to everything. You're going to get, your fuel mileage isn't going to be as good with the off-road tires. It's going to be a little louder. It's going to be, you might have a little more sway to it. Whereas the road tire, it's going to be a lot smoother, better fuel mileage. But then it goes back to the off-road tire. If you like going off the beaten path, it's going to help with it not being punctured. It's also going to be maybe like grip a little better, kind of like a hiking shoe. So hopefully when you guys buy, you get a sales guy out there that is kind of going through all the pros and cons and asking you what you're going to use it for, how you're going to use it, where you're going to go. If not, just contact me and I'll help you guys. Yeah, there's pros and cons to everything, and everyone thinks this is America. More is better. We got to get the biggest tires, you know. So sometimes simple could be better based off your situation. Like I'm crazy. I like to go super off-road. So I'm one of those people that wants everything bigger is better. I did college sports for 4 years, and my competitiveness comes out. And I always need the biggest, the fastest, strongest. So that'll be a NoBo. Another one I did this week is going to be a couples coach. This layout blew up on my channel. I think it got up to like 105,000 views. Everyone loves this trailer. There's just one thing that people don't like, and we'll see if you guys can pick it out. Maybe a couple things, but man, this layout is so cool. All right, so beast mode suspension. If you don't get the beast mode suspension, so how can we contact you, talk about Models X? You can, I've been kind of wanting to put my cell phone on the internet, but I don't want to open up a can of worms. What I do put my number in the description of all my videos of the dealership. So if you call, they'll give you me your number, and then I'll call you. So once you contact the dealership, then they'll give me your number, even if I'm on vacation or whatever, and then I could help you guys. You could text me, whatever you want. I'm here to help. No problems at all. once you guys get my cell phone number, it is my cell phone too. So do you have an email address? I do. I need to start putting it on. I'll put it underneath this video for you guys. That way you guys can contact me. I have a couple people that have watched my videos and they reach out quite regularly, just asking questions. The rows of trailer and fifth wheel you have are impressive. Oh, just wait till you see what we have coming. So this is going to be the NoBo 18.2, and your length and weight is 21 feet 8 inches and 4,311 pounds. So this layout is awesome. Why is this bar stool over here? So I call it the taco stand, and that kind of blew up, and now everyone's calling it a taco stand. So you got your bar stools right here, and then this is one thing that I'm nitpicking about too, is they should have done the screen on the top and then the black one down here. That way when you're hanging out and you still want to look out, you can have your privacy right here. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. That might not make sense. But this window opens up. Oh, then you got yourself a nice little bar table and booth. Look at that. Woo! That's awesome. Yeah. And you can put your screen up so you don't have the mosquitoes coming in. And then this is the only other thing that I see that they need to fix on the 26 is like, there needs to be like a suction or something to pull down right here to make it a little easier, because on the outside, you can't really reach the window because of the lift. And then you have to kind of like, but how cool is that? How would you recommend an out-of-state purchase deal with service for Flagstaff trailers? Most Forest River dealerships will work on your warranties and stuff, and you can even get an extended one where you could go literally anywhere. That's not too big of a deal. Because a lot of places carry Flagstaff. Blackouts down, bottom. Yep, I agree. I thought so. But yeah, no worries. A lot of dealerships will work on the warranty work for Flagstaffs. It is definitely a premium brand for Forest River, so they take care of their customers. I've had customers have issues, and the manufacturer literally will tow their trailer back to the factory and get things addressed for them at no charge. I've seen that happen with Flagstaff, so they will take care of you. That couch is a little smaller. It's like 3 feet 10 inches, so you can't really sleep an adult. That's the only thing. You can get this with theater seating as well, which would be pretty sweet. The east-west facing bed is the one thing that people I noticed didn't really like about it. But what I do like is it is a true queen. So it's a 60 by 80. It is not an RV queen, which is usually 60 by 74. RV mattresses suck. So you can get, living in Indiana, the manufacturer isn't far. Oh, I know, you're right there. You're in the mecca of RVs. You got to go tour the factories. That would be cool. I want to do that someday. Hopefully they will take me someday with all this extra work. I think it'll only benefit us once I know even more. Got some storage up here. Can you sit on the roof of most of the campers? For example, go to the motocross race and put a full... Yeah, boy, I see what you're wanting to do. You can get on the roof on some of these. What part of Indiana are you in? Oh, so basically, you can get on the roof of NoBo, Flagstaff, Surveyor, and Catalina. But that is a very good point. East Coast has jack for camper selection. Yeah, it's probably a lot too. You can get on the roofs like of these Flagstaffs, no problem. They're all aluminum framed on the roof. And even on these NoBos, they're all 6-side aluminum frames. So if you're new to the RV world, it means the front wall, the back wall, both side walls, the roof, and the floor are all aluminum. And if you're out looking at trailers and the sales guy doesn't know what he's doing, lift this up, look in the storage, and as you can see, it's all aluminum up here. So be very careful though, because even though you see aluminum down here, sometimes trailers will still be mixed with wood. So you have to ask the sales guy, is it 6-side aluminum framed, and can I walk on the roof? So, and hopefully they know their stuff. But all of our, higher end trailers like the Surveyor, Flagstaff, and NoBos will all be aluminum framed throughout. Flagstaff actually aluminum frames their bunks and their dinettes. They go even further than any other brand on this lot. Let's see what else we can go look at. You guys got any questions? Keep asking. Let me turn you around so you can see me sweating and dying. See my ugly face, make fun of me? Yeah. Yeah, see, this is a great idea. I don't know why no one else is doing this. It was like a no-brainer for me. Like, you get to come on, hang out, you get to engage with the subscribers, you get to answer questions, I get to show you stuff, and I have to be out here and you don't. That makes it so much nicer for you. Let's see what we got. I think you will talk in, dang it, I forgot my glasses. I forgot my glasses. So far, the best being, dang it, I don't know how to get the comments back. Shoot. Well, thank you guys if it was something nice, or sorry if I missed the question. Just retype it. There's like a glare in my camera or on my screen, so it's a little tough. Let's show you an RV miles. This is nuts. Yeah, come to New Mexico. We'll save you some money. We could even do special orders. The one I got for that guy at that NoBo, it was a special order, factory fresh, and we still discounted it a lot. So we're a high volume dealership. We are here to put dreams in driveways. Let's see. Sabre is an awesome brand. This brand is literally knocking it out of the park. They're the ones that started the patio thing. So they have like the side patio. They were the first ones to do it. And they had all the rights to doing it, and then now everyone is going to be copying them. So you could thank Sabre for the patio. They have one that I'm looking for. These influencers like made it, I guess. RV Miles. I can't find it. We'll just go into one of these other ones. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. It's pretty warm out here today in New Mexico. It's hot. Ooh, don't hit that. Okay. Cool, let's check this one out. Turn you around. So if you're looking for fifth wheels, we got fifth wheels too, and we carry Sabre, we carry Riverstone, which is like residential grade, we carry Impression, Flagstaff, and we also are gonna get Cedar Creek, which is gonna be sweet. Put that plug in. All right, so this is gonna be a Sabre with the patio. Let's see what, oh yeah, this is the RV Miles. So this is, you guys probably know the YouTube. They have like 300,000 subscribers, I guess. So this is gonna be 13,825 and 43 feet, but check this thing out. It is awesome. Woo, boy. So far as being for your buck and quality for a couple buck trailer you sell would, what is the best value for a trailer? Is that what you're asking? I went to Albuquerque public schools. My reading isn't this fast. It really depends on like what you're going to use it for. Like if you're just a weekend warrior, you know, going out camping occasionally, not going to be hitting the road for long periods of time, then you can go with the more affordable one, like a Catalina. But then you got to, this is why I don't pick one best trailer. If I had to pick best quality, it's going to be a Flagstaff or a Rockwood. I could be biased just because I've been selling it for 7 years, but based off the price points and everything, I pick Flagstaff and Rockwood. I have like Grand Design. I showed it last week on my live. I don't know how they're pricing those so high. Like when you go into a Grand Design, like doesn't even have a torsion axle. The wood is paper wrapped cabinetry. And weekends on the retirement and long duration. I'm telling you, just go with the Flagstaff. Grand Design, they're nice. I used to sell Winnebago. Those are pretty nice. But just keep watching videos on every brand and just write down a list of the things that are important to you. You know, like construction, or is the towing important to you, like the axles and you know, the never adjust brakes, or is tank heaters important to you because you camp in cold weather? Because Flagstaff has tank heaters that are smart tank heaters, so they go on automatically and off. So if you're driving down the road with your tanks filled, you don't have to worry about them freezing and cracking on you. So there's just, write down a list of the things that you find important to you. Like for me, I like to snowboard. You know, I'm pretty outdoorsy, even in the winter time. So tank heaters for sure would be important to me. I feel like the torsion axle would be important to me too, just to help the frame of the trailer, not just for the towing aspect, but to help the, you know, the stress of it going down the road. what do they say? They say it's like a tornado, hurricane, and all of that all at once when you're driving down the road with the stress that you're putting on these trailers. So I feel like a torsion axle for sure. I'd want solar. I feel like it's cool, but it's definitely not like super important for me. So people have a big misconception with solar. They think it's going to run everything. It's not. It's just going to trickle charge your batteries, you know, and like, I'm just get a generator. It's going to be way less, and you're not going to have to worry about, you know, your AC only working for 2 hours. You know, like they make a power package with Flagstaff and no boundaries. I'm not really a fan of it. It's like a $10,000 upgrade, and I sold it to a lady once, and they were saying it would last for, you know, a while, and running everything, it only lasted like 2 hours. I felt so bad for her. We gave her a generator, and now she's happy, but I don't know. I'm more of just getting a generator. Just get a generator, and then you don't have to worry about nothing. But if you do want solar, just get the basic one that it comes with, like from the factory. I would not go buying the power package. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying that. But I'm just being honest with you guys. Or you can always add it later and kind of make it to your liking. Turn you around real quick. See, so this one over here that we're about to go to, this will be more like your traditional stick and tin build. So it's not gonna have that wood framing or aluminum framing, I'm sorry. So I'll show you kind of, it's not an entry-level trailer, but the price point's gonna be much less. So we'll try to turn this around so I can show you. Sorry if I missed your comments, guys. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm excited to see where this goes in like a year. I'm blown away with where it's at already in a year. In another year, it's gonna be sweet. I'm excited. Let's turn you around. So this will be a 221 MKE Catalina. This is gonna be like more your traditional stick and tin build. There's no wherever. Let's see if it has an enclosed underbelly. So see how your tanks are exposed? So you will have to be careful if you can't cold weather. I do want to point out, it doesn't matter if you get an entry-level trailer or, you know, a 4-season trailer, you're going to be pretty much warm in it in most places. The main thing you're concerned about when they say extended season is your tanks. So that's what they mean. Like most people that go hunting and stuff, if they don't have a 4-season trailer, they will just bring water along. So there's so many ways to get around stuff, you know. You can even add the enclosure if you want, or add tank heaters. So this is an awesome layout. I like this one. Let's see what the length is. This is 25 feet. Let's see. This is where you'll usually find your weights and stuff. So 25 feet, 11 inches, 5,267 pounds. Yeah, this is nice. I like the freestanding chairs and the booth because, you know, if someone's maybe bigger, you know, you can move it around. It's not like up against your gut, and you can put the kids on this side. You got theater seating. Yeah, I think everyone likes Flagstaff that's subscribed to me now because I talk about them so much. And then it's positioned perfectly in front of where the TV would go. You got a north-south facing bed. We will see what the price is of this, and then we'll go to a Flagstaff. So you can get an idea of what the price difference is from like one of our starting trailers to our most premium brand. Let's see. And we'll do the same length too. So pretty nice kitchen. Undermount sink. I said it right. Even though the manufacturers can be like, it's a farm-style sink. Pretty nice kitchen. All your appliances will be GE. They're all stainless steel. Travel mode on this one is perfect. It is perfect. When this wall is in, you can access everything. It's so nice. This travel mode trailer is perfect. I always mention this in the videos. It's a misconception. A lot of people think that you can, you know, go sit on the slides, stand on the slides, and do stuff with the slide in. You cannot sit on the slide if it is in. It doesn't matter what brand of trailer you buy. You cannot sit or stand on the slide. You have to either put it out or don't use it. But people get confused with that because of motorhomes. Those are engineered to actually sit on while you're going down the road. So if you're ever using the slide, just put it out if you want to sit on it. But the nice thing about this one is you could still access the bed too. So, oh yeah, I forgot to show you the price. So let's see what the price is of our trailer here, and then we'll go to our highest end one. So this is a 2020, let's see what year this is. 2024. It's dropped from 38,176 down to 27,995. Now we'll go look at a Flagstaff MicroLite and see what the price is. What I think I just forgot what I told you. 27,995. Let's go see what a Flagstaff price point is. Okay. We got in a 25 DK. One person was upset that I had it. I don't know. He was like, his feelings were hurt. He's like, that is the worst layout I've ever seen. That is junk. They probably gave you the last one, but I'm going to show it to you because I like it. Look at me. I'm sweating. Vacation. Vacation. We only got like an hour left, and I'm going to be pumped. So excited. Oregon is my happy place. I don't know about Portland, but definitely, you know, the coast. Let's see. What do all the Flagstaffs have? Dang it, I missed that one. Let's see. If you want to ask again, I'll see it. It's just I didn't want to put my face right up against the screen. So let's see. Let's go to a Flagstaff DK. This will be 25 feet, 11 inches. Let's see here. I love this layout. Where did it go? So that first, the kind of our starting trailer is going to be 27,995. And I'm trying to find the one I want to show you. Let's see. Do all of the Flagstaffs have the barrel ceiling? Meaning, oh yeah, yes. All the Flagstaffs will have vaulted ceilings. That's going to be a huge benefit for not only putting a little more height in the living space, but also you got to imagine when like snow or rain or anything it's not going to just stay pooling up there on your roof. So yes, all the Flagstaffs will have vaulted ceilings. Let me turn this on. Okay, let's see. I love this layout. I don't know why that guy was so upset. This is going to be a 2025 Flagstaff MicroLite 25 DK, and it's going to be the same length as the one I just showed you for 27,995. This is as good as it gets for a trailer. It's got an outdoor kitchen. It's got a fridge for all those cold snacks. But now you're jumping from a traditional stick and tin to a 4-season trailer, 6-side aluminum framing. They also have the torsion axle, Goodyear endurance tires. One concern I have is the shower. It looks like there are not good sealant at the end of there. Yeah, some of them are fully like full fiberglass enclosures, like on the Sabres and stuff. That helps a lot. Just be prepared. If you've never owned one, trailers are not perfect. If you get a sales guy that says his trailer is perfect, he is lying to you. So that was a traditional stick and tin. We're going to 6-side aluminum framing, torsion axle. It's got electric stabilizers instead of crank. It's got vaulted ceiling. It's got the smart tank heaters. Like this is loaded, double layered composite walls. Let's see what the price is on a 2025 versus the Catalina. This has the biggest, like the most counter space I've ever seen. 25 feet, 11 inches and 5,700 pounds. Woo! Check it out. Woo! Look at that. Oh, that is a lot of counter space. One thing I wish they would have done is put a fireplace. So like on the Catalina, now you're getting all wood cabinetry, a little more upgraded appliances. You got your Magic Chef, you got porcelain toilet, like the list goes on and on. But that's why I was telling him that it kind of depends on what you're gonna use it for, you know? Like me, I'm a weekend warrior right now. I'm not gonna be hitting the road for months and months. So, you know, maybe working my way up to something like this is what I would do. So this does have the Murphy bed as well, and I'll show you real quick. And then we'll talk about the price. And this does have your vaulted ceiling. These do recline. You got your cup holders for the cold snacks. Sorry if I'm not seeing your comment, just retype it and I will get to you. Look at that, so easy. So easy. So just plop that down, and then if you have guests, all you got to do is put that up and then they don't have to sit on your bed. And if you wanted to, you could still keep it down and still get through nicely. So these will have solar too, whereas the one I showed you doesn't have solar. So it's got 200 watts of solar, 1800 watt inverter, and just overall top to bottom, it's just super nice. So now we're at the best of the best. 51,371 down to 37,995. Just keep in mind, this is fresh. We got it literally last week, like 4 days ago. And look how much we already have it discounted, over 12 grand for a fresh one. Sorry for all the questions. Which Flagstaff model for couples has theater seating, dinette, and fireplace? Dang, the closest one. Keep asking questions. Do not apologize for that. I enjoy this. We don't have one right now. They have the closest thing that I showed you today that would have the couch and the dinette would be the 25 SRK, which is this one. We'll go look at it just real quick, but this is the closest thing I have right now for a Flagstaff with the dinette and the couch. Oh, also, these will have a 6-gallon water heater. And if you've watched my videos before, I always say if Flagstaff thought a tankless water heater was better, they would put it 100%. And I'll get into why that is once I kind of go through this real quick with you guys. See, so you will have the dinette and the couch. Unless you're looking at something 30 feet, there is some. If you're looking for something 25 feet, I don't have any with the couch and the dinette. But we'll go check if I do have one. So, as I was saying, with the tankless water heaters, the reason why Flagstaff, in my opinion, doesn't put a tankless is obviously because tankless water heaters tend to not do very good at high altitude. What's the SRK ceiling call it? Capacity tanks. Okay. All of the Flagstaff MicroLites will be 54-gallon fresh water, and I believe the gray and black are 30. Just don't quote me on the fresh or the gray and black. I'm 100% it's 54. So the reason Flagstaff doesn't do tankless water heaters is because they don't do very good at high altitude, which we are at. And also they tend to not be, like if you're camping in really cold weather, you're gonna get a lukewarm shower. You're not gonna be getting a warm shower. So this one has a fireplace and a dinette. So like I always say, why fix something that's not broken? So Flagstaff chose to stick with the normal 6-gallon water heater, which I'm not upset with. Surveyor will have a 6-gallon water heater, but what's cool about Surveyor and Catalina is they have like altitude adjustments. So you can adjust it to the altitude you're at. I think they adjust up to like 10,000 feet. So this one, I believe, will have a fireplace, dinette, theater seating, 26 RKBS. It's got the outside kitchen. This is nice. This is a super light. So it'll go Flagstaff E-Pro, MicroLite, SuperLite, Classic. There is no differences until you get to the Classic. The quality of the construction will be the same no matter what. So this is going to be 29 feet 9 inches and 7,000 pounds. So not a whole lot of counter space, but you got your dinette, you got your fireplace. Woo, you tested me. I got it though. It's got the fireplace, got some hidden storage up here. That's probably the hardest part of this job, is memorizing what the layouts are before you go show someone. If you go out looking at trailers, be easy on the sales guy. He's just there to help. And sometimes you get nervous and you're like, where the heck is that unit at? I cannot remember. And then you're driving in circles. Man, I remember that when I first started. Just showing every trailer. They're walking in and it's not even anything they want. So it's got the middle bathroom right here. Fireplace. The only difference from the different levels like E-Pro, MicroLite, SuperLite, and Classic. Yeah, the kitchen countertop. So many models. My head has been spinning. That's why it's cool though. You're able to get on here and look at a bunch of units without having to go to the dealership and deal with another annoying sales guy. It just makes it easier. So the differences between Flagstaff E-Pro, MicroLite, SuperLite, and Classic. If you go from an E-Pro to a MicroLite, you're basically getting an enclosed underbelly. And then also you're getting an 8-foot wide box. So that'd be the difference from MicroLite or E-Pro to MicroLite. Then there is no difference from a MicroLite to a SuperLite. You're getting the same everything as well as the quality. And then it'll go to a Classic, which I have one down here. Finally been crossing a bunch of off the list. Awesome, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. So there's no difference. the SuperLite, actually, you do get auto level, where on the MicroLite, they'll just be stabilizers. So that's one difference from the MicroLite to the SuperLite. And then once you get to a Classic, you basically just get higher interior ceilings, and you get an awning cover, like a weather shield, so your awning's not crack or anything like that. So there's no difference. That's the thing I love about Flagstaff, is they try to make it simple for you. Let's get the golf cart and we'll look at this while I'm talking. They try to make it simple for you to make a decision. Basically, all you have to decide is the weight you need, the length you need, and other than that, you're gonna get a good quality trailer. A lot of these other brands out there, they have so many levels of trailers. Like even Grand Design, they have like entry-level trailers, and then they have, you know, the higher end stuff. These bigger ones. Sorry if I'm up close, I'm trying to read it. I have a booger in my nose. So this is gonna be a Classic. Yeah, but like I was saying, Flagstaff is amazing because you do not have to worry about getting something less value because it's smaller. Just because it's small, they do not want to make it cheap. That's why I love Flagstaff so much. But there is companies out there, well, they'll just try to sell anything. Don't the SRK have side covers? Are the important in your... Oh, okay, slide toppers. Yeah, I was actually going to mention that to you. Let's see, let me plug this in. I forgot to wear my glasses, so now I'm getting up close and personal. Let's turn you around so I can read the comments. So slide toppers, I love them. I think they're nice. The only reason why we don't order them from the factory with them is because, what's up, man? You made it. Awesome. Glad you're here. So the reason why they didn't do slide top, we don't buy them with slide toppers, is because it gets really windy. So we don't want them torn. So usually we add them after the fact. But I love slide toppers because if leaves or, you know, debris gets on there on the slide, or if there's snow, it's gonna roll off. I can't tell you, I've probably done it twice. We got super bad snow and I went to put the slide in and all the snow came in with it, with the slide. So I'm a fan of slide toppers. I think they're pretty nice. I would get them for sure. Less maintenance you have to worry, like it just helps improve the ownership experience when you're out, you know? I always say the easier it is, the more you'll use it. What's the model number of the one that had the long kitchen countertop? That is the 25DK. And the unfortunate thing is that that is the last one that came from the factory fresh. They are no longer going to be doing it. Just saw a guy leaf blowing the roof. Yeah, exactly. So imagine how much nicer it's going to be when you don't have to climb up there and then fall off and break your neck. 25DK is the one you saw last, or the one with the long countertop. Rack and pinion on the slides for the Flagstaff. Yes, like even on this one, this will be a rack and pinion slide. See how it's nice and seamless. Anytime it's like the small wardrobe slides, it'll be a Schwintek slide. I hear a lot of people getting really worried about Schwintek, but let me tell you, they've really dialed it in. The reason why you heard a lot of issues with Schwintek slides is a lot of it was user error, but also it was because these fifth wheel companies would be putting a whole entire kitchen, like this whole front kitchen, on a rack and pinion slide. That doesn't make no sense. So now you won't see any slides really that are big with the rack and pinion slide. Like I said, they kind of figured out that that was a mistake. So don't be too scared if like, because Flagstaff does put Schwintek, but it's only on their small little wardrobes. You won't see them put them on like massive slides. And the 21F BRS has a Schwintek slide for the couch. But just keep an eye out for that. If you see a massive slide that is Schwintek, might be worth kind of thinking about a little bit. So this is the Classic. This is the very end of the Flagstaff series. So you got higher interior ceilings, and I think it has like a little more gloss to it. So this is the layout that's, I forgot his name, but in the beginning he said he just bought one last week. Congratulations. I wish I could have sold you this one. I'll show you the price. We'll see if you got a good deal. Look at that, dual vanity. Okay, so if you like this layout, it's one of my favorite layouts. They came out with a new model this year. So if you want to write this down, I did a video on it already. It is the Flagstaff MicroLite 25 MBR, and it is awesome. It also has washer dryer prep. Basically what you lose in the 25 MBR is the dual sink, which I'm not mad about. I mean, I don't really, you know, I'm willing to share a sink. It's not that big of a deal. So if you do like this layout, go watch the Flagstaff MicroLite 25 MBR at Tyler Talks Travel Trailers. And I go through it. It's this exact layout, front kitchen, tons of counter space. Holy smokes, we're already almost closing. I had a lot of fun with you guys today. So yeah, if you're new here, definitely hit that subscribe button. I will be in Oregon for the next 10 days, putting my feet in the sand, looking for agates on the coast, enjoying some crabs, enjoying some fish. So it's a much needed vacation that I needed. Doing these videos and selling every single day, you have no idea how much work it is every day. A lot of these other people, these YouTubers, they just do this full time. And my videos are like 3 times longer. I'll drop the email, yes, of course. Yeah, like my videos are 3 times longer, informative, and I'm selling at the same time. So I really appreciate you guys' support. When I get back, we got tons of tours and a lot of new stuff coming in. So I'll be able to have a lot ready when I get here. We're gonna do a lot of Flagstaff, MicroLite, E-Pro. If you want I'll drop my personal email down below, so you can email me, and then I could give you my number too. It's just, I don't want to put my cell phone yet. I don't know, I'm a little nervous about it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll be posting some pictures in the discussion. You guys can discuss there as well. And I'll try to go live there. So just keep an eye out. I think I'm there till Sunday. So if I am there till Sunday, just jump on the live, because it'll be fun. You'll be able to see the ocean, the Oregon coast with me. So you guys have a good night, and I appreciate all your support. All right, guys? Thanks. Ugh.